black 7th move, bishop king 2. We thus intercept the dangerous file against our king and develop a piece. Two great advantages. Knight, queen 5, black castles, knight takes knight, queen pawn takes knight, knight takes bishop check, king to rook square, knight takes bishop, queen takes knight, pawn queen 3, queen bishop 4, bishop king 3, pawn king rook 3. And black's game is, if anything, preferable. You see how quickly white's attack has spent itself out. But then he did not make the best of his position at move 5. Let us therefore return to that point. White's 5th move, pawn, queen 4. We develop and attack at the same time, while our pawn cannot be taken, because if pawn takes pawn, rook to king square, pawn to king bishop 4, knight takes pawn, and then threatening king's bishop pawn to 3, and should win. And if knight queen 3 for black's 5th move, this instead leads to an early exchange of queens. The resulting position is rather somewhat in favor of white. Via knight queen 3, bishop takes knight, queen pawn takes bishop, pawn takes pawn, knight b4, queen takes queen check, king takes queen, rook to the queen square check, king to king square, knight queen bishop 3, bishop king 2, pawn king rook 3, bishop king 3, bishop king knight 5, with an occasional onslaught of the kingside pawns. So now let's see how it plays out. If so we have pawn queen 4 and then bishop 2. So now at this point the best move for white, the white's 6th move, would be queen king 2. And this move is more aggressive than pawn takes pawn at once, which would allow black time to do anything he pleases. For instance, to castle at once, or to advance the pawn to queen 4. Consider the following variation as an example of what is likely to follow after 6 pawn takes pawn, pawn queen 4, pawn takes pawn en passant, knight takes pawn, bishop takes knight check, pawn takes bishop, knight to king 5, bishop to knight 2, and in spite of his doubled pawn, black's pieces are excellently placed. So now back to white's 6th move, queen king 2, and knight queen 3, bishop takes knight, and it should be knight pawn takes bishop, not queen pawn takes bishop, which would open up the queen file to white's rook. For example, queen pawn takes bishop, pawn takes pawn, knight bishop 4, and rook to queen spot, and bishop to queen 2. The black queen bishop and queen are now so badly placed that white has an opportunity of bringing the game to a virtual finish by energetic attack. 10, pawn king 6, pawn takes pawn, knight king 5, threatening both the bishop and queen rook 5 check, and therefore should win.